Melanie's morning coffee. Got it going. Bacon is started. Oh, this is a rare treat, folks. You don't see this very often. We have a wild Melanie catching her breakfast.
I'll tell you.
Let's watch and find out what happens.
I'll tell you what's rare is for me to be up in the morning out of the bed.
So we got the generator going because it's cloudy today. Charging up all of our portable lights and our batteries that we used last night for the fans and our big power station. And you can tell from this side it's not very loud, especially out here with all the trees and the ground to absorb all the sound. It is really pretty super quiet.
Does quite the business, and they are very professional. Obviously, they came to deliver a message from Genevieve,
and that's why I wanted us to make a time to check in today. I didn't want Genevieve to have to try to have someone hunt us down again.
Oh, right.
I'd rather not do that if we could.
Right. So we made a time that we're going to be calling her this morning so that we can check in. So just to let you all know, our mom, Genevieve's and my mom, was diagnosed with cancer that's inoperable about, I'd say, a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. And it's been a horrible roller coaster, and I don't think she's going to live very much longer. Things took a turn for the worse yesterday, and they're going to not start any treatments. Instead, she's going home and having hospice, be at her home, which, you know, truly, if this is going to happen, that's where I want her to be. I don't want her to be in a hospital because she isn't listened to by nurses, even if she's had so much horrible experience with not being listened to, which is part of this story, the longer story, that she just doesn't trust that she will be. And so if she's home, then at least she has some semblance of control over her environment. And hospice is, from all experiences with my grandmother, and then people who have talked about hospice. They're wonderful. It is nice to be away. The conflict that we have is, do we go back early? We're supposed to be here till Sunday. Today's Friday. Do we go back early because of my mom's condition? Or do we just continue with our plans? And Genevieve is at our house taking care of our cats. That's the only real consideration for me right now, because I'm tending to lean towards staying, since this was our plan and we planned it for a long time, and I don't know how helpful I could be if I went back early. Possibly not at all. But then there's the chance that she won't make it until we do get back, or that Genevieve feels the need to be more at our mom's side, instead of taking care of our kitties. And we have, of course, Helen, who's got to have her medicine 4 times a day. So we're going to make this call to find out kind of where Genevieve's at today and what she thinks. Here she is. She's calling. And I have 2 bars now, so. Hi, sweetheart.
Hi.
That you agree that she'll be better at home.
Yeah.
Right. She'll feel more in control there and more familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, I've lost you, but I love you. If you can still hear me, and I'll talk to you later or tomorrow. He has a story about mustard, about why he hates it so much that he'll tell either right now or another time.
Now would be the appropriate time. This was college. I was at a friend's house, and his mom, I can't remember what we were doing that day, but his mom was making us grilled cheese sandwiches. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. I'll take 2, please. And she brings over the grilled cheese sandwiches, and I'm so excited, and I take a huge bite, and I immediately puke all over the table. Not even entirely certain why. And then I realized that in their family, it's customary to make grilled cheese sandwiches with mustard. And I do not. Mustard does not agree with me at all. And so puked on, didn't even recognize what it was. Just,
It hadn't even gone down yet.
Mm-hmm. Not all the way.
Not all the way. But it came up all the way.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and so he also has a story about where this originated, he thinks, with his dad.
Oh, that part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I never liked mustard, but growing up at the family dinner table, I always sat right next to my dad. And there were plenty of nights where dinner was cornbread and beans, homemade cornbread and beans. That was all we had. And I didn't really like cornbread or beans, so it was kind of a light dinner night for me. But anyway, my dad had a habit of taking a big glass of milk. He'd like half a glass of milk, and he would dump his cornbread in there with a bunch of mustard. Kind of make a cornbread mustard shake, I guess. And oh man, the smell of the mustard, I can still remember. For my camcorder setup, I did this when I was teaching class all the time. I've got these Canon Vixia HFR 800 camcorders. They're HD camcorders, full HD. Not 4K or anything, but that was sufficient. But I liked them. One of the reasons I selected them, other than that they had pretty decent video quality, is that I could get a cable. It's a custom cable for this device, so I could charge through USB. So when I would be doing a 4-hour class where I couldn't put my camcorder close enough to an outlet in order to film what was going on correctly, I just take one of these. This is a RAV Power 6,000 milliamp hour battery, and I just run the camcorder from that. So the battery, which only lasts maybe an hour and a half, I don't have to worry about running it. My classes were 4 hours long, and the camcorder can record about, I think, 5 hours at maximum quality in full HD, and this battery will drive it for about 4 hours. So I could record an entire class, one continuous session.